All right, y'all. Several black Mississippi lawmakers, remember we were talking about critical race theory and how they walked out when a vote was taken. So watch this video.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a roll call.
Okay. Roll call has been requested. Need 6 or more to stand. I'm sorry, final passage. My apologies. Final passage roll will be taken. Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Barnett, Barrett, Blackman, Blackwell, Blunt, Boyd, Branning, Bryan, Butler, up to 36, Butler to 38, Carter, Kaufman, Chazanall, Chisholm, DeBar, Delano, England, Fillingane, Frazier.
Mississippi, of course, the Republicans, they have a bill that so-called bans critical race theory in the schools. All 14 black Democratic state senators withheld their votes when they walked out. However, the bill still passed 32-2, with 2 white Democratic senators voting against the bill. Look, this is the thing that has to happen. Now, y'all, check this out. It gets better. Senator Michael McLendon introduced the bill because he wanted to ensure no child is taught they are superior or inferior to another. But when asked by Senator Derrick Simmons if critical race theory was being taught, well, you know what happened.
Do we teach science in our schools?
Yes, sir.
Should we teach science in our schools accurately?
Absolutely.
What about race and racism? Should we teach race and racism in our schools accurately?
I believe we're doing that, and this bill is not changing the way anything about our past.
Okay.
All this bill says that no child shall be told that they're superior or inferior to another. That's all this bill does.
Okay. So all the history in the state of Mississippi, all the way up to the changing of the state flag, all of that still can be taught in our schools with the passage of this bill?
Yes, sir.
And how we got to the point that we got to in 2020 when we changed the flag, we can also teach the true history about that in our schools, if this bill becomes law.
That is my intent. Yes, sir.
Okay.
All this bill does is no child is superior or inferior to another, and we should not teach that someone is.
Okay. The horrific thing that happened to Mamie Teal's son, can we teach that in our schools with the passage of this bill?
Absolutely. I watched the movie last night, as a matter of fact.
Okay. And the fact of how civil rights workers came to this state from all over the country to help African Americans to enjoy the full rights of citizenship, we can still teach that in our schools if this bill becomes law.
This bill says no child should be told that they are superior to any other, regardless of their sex or race or religion or ethnicity. It's very simple.
And Senator, I will end like I started. Have you identified one teacher, one school district, anywhere in the state of Mississippi where this is happening?
I have not personally, no, sir.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you, Mr. President.
I just get a kick out of these silly ass bills. We just want to make sure that no child is taught that they are superior or inferior to another child. No, we know exactly what they're trying to do, Michael.
They're trying to galvanize their base for 2022 because they're not pushing any bills that benefit these white people that keep putting them in office. If you look here at the article, now the bill is titled critical race theory, but the text of the bill does not mention critical race theory at all. If you ask any of those Republicans in Mississippi what critical race theory is, they can't tell you. Okay, and then it says the bill says that any sex, race, ethnicity, you cannot teach that any sex, race, or ethnicity is inherently superior or inferior, or that individuals should be adversely treated on the basis of their sex, race, or ethnicity. Now, what teacher is teaching that the child, a particular child is inferior, or a particular child is superior, something like this. This is a solution looking for a problem. This stuff doesn't exist. Okay, so so once again, this is going to be see these efforts are funded by dark money. Okay, these efforts are funded by right-wing think tanks, things like this, and they're using this as well as the voter suppression bills to galvanize their base to come out and win 2022 and 2024. We got to fight against this.
I just get a big kick out of how these people play the game, Kelly. So you put critical race theory in the title, but you don't mention it in the bill. We know what the hell you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this has been addressed on your show or anywhere really. I don't understand how these bills are still being upheld by law, because to me they are vague and overbroad, and that is a violation of your First Amendment rights. So you cannot have a bill such that is so vague and overbroad that it stifles your right to free speech. So how is this a constitutional bill? How is it being upheld? And you can't even enact upon it. You can't enforce something like this. So I don't even understand why this bill is in existence. But aside from that, the fact that they're saying, quote, any sex, race, ethnicity is inherently inferior or superior, that you cannot teach that, but that's been taught for years across the Bible Belt and nationwide by way of how these textbooks are set up in the first place regarding whiteness and white supremacy. If you look in history books right now, or I shouldn't say right now because I haven't been in school, but when I was growing up, we had history books that depicted Egyptians as white, like lily white. And the slaves or the enslaved in these books were depicted as the darkest of skin. You know, so you can't say that we are not having this debate as to who's inferior, inferior or superior. You can't have something like that being discussed if you're not going to talk about the books already in place that already imply that whiteness is superior. So unless you're going to take those books out, this law is null and void. And frankly, by the looks of it, it's unconstitutional.
Matt, your thoughts?
See, I don't like going after Michael and Kelly because they answer the question so fully. I don't have too much to add beyond hit dogs holler, and critical race theory has become a dog whistle for everybody who's trying to run for president or otherwise some other office in the next cycle. That's all it comes down to. I'll say I don't even know that they care that the bill is actually passed. What they want to be able to do is put those who are feeling some kind of way, particularly white people, obviously, put them at ease by saying, I see you, I feel you, and I'm going to make it such that people can't make you feel bad about the actual history of our country. So that's what it is. It's a dog whistle. Most of them don't even understand what critical race theory is. And frankly, I don't know how much they care. They just want to galvanize the support, as Michael said very early.
Folks, back to that Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Time to be smart.
Roland Martin's doing this every day.
Thank you, Roland Martin, for always giving voice
to the issues.
Look for Roland Martin in the whirlwind, to quote Marcus Garvey again.
The video looks phenomenal, so I'm really excited to see it on my big screen.
Support this man, Black Media. He makes sure that our stories are told.
See, this difference between Black Star Network and Black-owned media and something like CNN.
I got to defer to the brilliance of Dr. Carr and to the brilliance of the Black Star Network.
I am rolling with Roland all the way.
Honored to be on a show that you own. A black man owns the show.
Folks, Black Star Network is here.
I'm real revolutionary right now. Roland was amazing on that.
Stay black. I love y'all.
I can't commend you enough about this platform that you've created for us to be able to share who we are, what we're doing in the world, and the impact that we're having.
Let's be smart. Bring your eyeballs home.
You can't be Black-owned media and be scared.
You dig?